Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Inside the Den. Today we're going to take a look at Sevencore, and this is a free-to-play fantasy MMORPG with mount-focused combat. So let's get started. As you can see, I do have one character already, but we're going to go through the character creation process. In this process, you're going to see you have 3 different races to choose from. Each of these races have special racial abilities, Serenity and Perseverance, there. Then you've got Battle Hardened and Beast Training there. Here you've got Deadly Focus and Engineering. Now we actually are going to go a little bit more on the quote-unquote magic side this time. So we're either going to go with a Nook, which max mana by 5%, increase max health on beast mounts when ridden, or we're going to get the increased critical. I think I'm actually going to go with the increased critical. Let's go ahead and name our character here. You know what name I'm going to use. There we go. And let's move on to class. And there we go. We're going to go with a mage. Move on to appearance. And here you've got a lot of different options. You can just hit random a bunch of times and get something that you want. Or you can kind of play with these things here. Really shrink her head down. Or we can go with neck width like that. We can also go with neck length to make her even taller. And we can really widen those shoulders. Kind of like that. Of course, we want the biggest chest size. Of course, we want the biggest chest size. Now, we don't want the biggest chest width. We want the biggest chest size. Then waist width, we obviously want those nice and small, but then we want her nice and tall. And then you can kind of play with the arm size and the arm length and all this different stuff, make it really abnormal looking. But we're not going to do too much of that. So we'll give her little hips right there. Skinny the legs down, make her nice and long. But not too long, because it gets looking a little weird, but that's okay. And we're going to go with some small feet. And then you can play with the ear length, especially when you've got these big, long ears. You've got a bunch of face options. It's always kind of cool to find that you've got options when it comes to this different stuff. We're going to go a little bit more pale. Let's see what kind of hairstyle we want. We can zoom in and take a look at this stuff nice up and close. And you can see we're getting all kinds of different hair possibilities here. Let's see which one. We'll use that nice full hair. And we'll go with a typical kind of, let's go with a darker purple like that. Now, one thing that's kind of cool is you can actually, we can zoom in and get a nice little look at that cleavage there. But you can also preview some of the end game equipment, which a lot of games are doing now to give you an understanding of what you're going to be able to run with and have at the very end game. And you see there's a lot of different options here. And now, if that's endgame equipment, I can get into right there. So we can do this within your characters. See them basically just in a bikini or just little like briefs or whatever when they're male. So, but we're going to end up with something like that. But I kind of wish I already had that on right now. But whatever. We'll go ahead and create our character. There's our character there. So let's go ahead and jump into the game. Now, one thing that you'll see right as we get in is you actually spend quite a while on this this island that you're going to be getting. It's kind of a long version of a tutorial, but the good thing about it is while you're there, you're learning all the different things about the game and all the basics, getting an understanding for how to do combat. You won't get your first mount on this island. Now, we're actually going to skip this. I don't want to see this, but I highly recommend that you actually take the time to do that, to watch that. It's pretty cool, all the little cutscenes that they have. Now, you can move around with WASD. You can see as we look around, the environments that we're in look really, really good. Now, the game is also made by G Potato, so you see a lot of influence from their other game, like Allods and stuff like that. Now, the other thing that's cool is you can use WASD to move around, or you can use click to move, point and click, whatever you want to call it. You can move that. Now, we're going to cruise over here. Now, one thing that's kind of interesting is I can't just click and get right to him unless I right-click. So I can't left-click on him, but I can right-click on him and get there. So whatever, we got there. So warming up, we're off. Defeat the training bots. And we've got a bunch of question marks here. F1 for the user interface overlay, which is kind of cool. You can see all the different stuff and get a good understanding of where everything is in the user interface. So that's kind of cool that they have that. Let's go ahead and close that out. Then that's the movement that we were just talking about. The basics, NPCs with a exclamation point. Basically, they are going to be your quest givers. And then here's a little bit about combat. Now, another cool thing with combat is you don't necessarily have to follow what they're telling right there. You don't have to right-click on them. I can actually tab these guys, target them. We're going to tab this one over here, and then we can take and just start firing away from a distance because we are a mage, so we've got our little mage skills, and we've already leveled up. So we're nice level 2 already, and we're just wailing away on these guys. We've got 3 more to go, and you can see a little blue kind of dot coming over to me, which is my experience as I get them. Now we've got my first my first skill, which is this wind spear. So we're gonna go ahead and throw that out. You can see the little cooldowns going as we're taking these different guys out. I think we got to take one more out. Yep, there we go. And got a little critical with our wind spear. Now this is one thing I really like is you can use F. And F, not only can you use that to pick items up off the ground, you can also use that when you're close to NPCs and you want to interact. So you really don't have to use the right click at all like a lot of other games. So you can take and just get close to things and then use F either to, just pound away on F when there's stuff on the ground, which I like a lot because, a lot of times sometimes there's, something over it or, it's hidden underneath a rock or whatever. Now, this is one thing that I do find kind of funny. So with the game, it kind of has a little bit of a cross between fantasy and sci-fi. Where it fits is a little vague, I guess you'd say, but this is one thing that's kind of cool. Instead of having healing potions, you've got bugger burgers. And instead of having mana potions, you've got cola, which is kind of hilarious if you ask me. So we're going to go over here, talk to the environmental scientist, get these quests here, and we actually have a quest that we can turn into him. So complete that, and speak with the bug inspector, which there's a guy over here that has a quest for me, the lazy recruit. So we're going to go and talk to him and see what he needs us to do. But the bug inspector Wiggin, he's off in a different direction. Now, one thing that you'll also see is you'll see that we've got this arrow here, and this arrow is leading us to where our next quest. We can jump, and you can see, with the jump, you get a nice little flip going on. But it is kind of cool. You got this arrow. Now, I remember having in WoW, I remember actually having an add-on that did that for me. So I really enjoyed seeing that when I first started kind of messing around with the game a while back, just having that little arrow. So we can hit number lock and just cruise off in that direction. You can see we've got a bunch of the different, like I said, you got a bunch of different like sci-fi type stuff right there. And even the buildings kind of have a little sci-fi feel to it. But then we're using magic. But then you also have the gunner, so you're going to be able to use guns and stuff like that as well. So we can cruise over here and talk to the bug inspector Wiggins. And then we've got a bunch of different quests over here that we're going to be able to take care of. So let's go ahead and complete that. Let's hit accept. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at our map. And on our map, we can see this is kind of where we're at, the training camp. We're going to be over here for a little bit. Then we're going to cruise over to Hog's Wild. Then we'll head over to the expedition post, up to Grug's Peak to there. And then we'll be out of here. The Lost Island airfield will take off. So, but first things first, let's take out some of these buggers. So there we go. We luckily got in range right at the last second. Go ahead and fire away. Oh, we missed. Just pick up a bunch of stuff, and we're already level 4. Now, the other thing that's really cool is once you do get your first kind of pet, because the game works a little bit different. You are going to have a lot of different mounts that you're going to be able to accumulate. All of them have different battle skills, so you're going to be able to use the different skills, but they don't start with all of their skills. They have to actually level up just like you do to gain those skills. So it's kind of it's a really cool system. Basically, you start with an egg, you put it in the incubator, then over the course of time you're going to take and you're going to raise that egg, and then they're going to be just this small little, the first one you get is either one of these buggers or a boar. And so you're going to take and you're going to actually raise them up from just a little baby up through the ranks until once they reach level 10, which honestly does not take very long at all. But once they reach level 10, then you're going to actually be able to start riding them around, cruise around on them, and they're going to be happy to have you on their back. But when you are riding around them, you're not going to be able to use your skills. You're going to have to level them up and get their skills available to use and stuff like that. So we just did get the auto potion, so we're going to go ahead and accept that. Basically what happens is we can take and adjust these here. I'm going to put that around the middle and put this a little bit higher because, I'm a mage, I don't have a lot of health, so I want to be able to use this stuff right away. There's our map menu, so let's close that out. And then what else? And we'll bring up a little transparent, which is kind of cool. I like the fact that they've got this little transparent map, and you can see all the different areas that you need to go to. We've got a bunch more of these guys we need to take out. So we've got to kill, let's see, how many more of these do we have to take out? We've got to get a bunch more of their meat, and what else? Let's see. So defeat wild buggers. We're not there yet. We're actually getting these bugger meat for now. And it looks like we got a new skill, which is this Piercing Winds. Pierce your target with a quick shot of wind, dealing 122% of weapon damage. So that's an instant cast, which is always nice. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to readjust these a little bit. I'm going to put that one first because I'm going to take... Actually, I'm going to move these around. Let's move these around. Because I want to take and use my one that has a casting time first. You know, basically just... And then when they're after me and on me, I can take and do the instant cast nice and quick and take them out with the last shot. Now another thing that's really nice is the game does have the typical, you know, whites, greens, blues, all that stuff, and oranges as far as gear is concerned. You do get a lot of pretty decent gear to start out with right out of the gate. So we got our first little gloves, so we'll put those on. We can sort all of our gear. We've got these revival stones, so if we do die, and we're already getting some crafting materials here as well. So we need to find one more of these lazy recruits, and I think it's this guy over here. Yep, loafing recruit. So there we go. We got him back on the business. So let's take this guy out right here. We need a couple more bits of meat, so to say. There we go. Take him down. Do we get any meat? Yeah, we got one there. So we're going to take this one out. We need one more piece of meat, and then we'll be able to actually take on. And you can see right now. I just leveled up again, so I'm already level 6. That part does move rather quickly, so it's kind of cool that you especially, I think it's about the first 10 levels that really move pretty quick. Oh, we didn't get the bugger meat that I wanted. So we're going to have to take this guy out, this little bugger out first. Sounds kind of funny, this little bugger. So, and that one didn't give it to me either. Oh, it did. I wasn't paying attention. So what do we have here? Defeat an infected bugger. So it's one of these bigger ones, and you can, if you notice, he's actually red, so that means that if I get too close to him, he will actually try and beat me up without me initiating any combat. So we took him out. We did get a new skill, Wind Cutter. Afflicts your enemies with the power of wind, dealing 100% weapon damage, 15. So that's basically a dot. So that's kind of the thing we want to actually put first. Then we'll put that second. Then we'll put that third. So we'll dot him up. Then we'll start casting our other spell that basically takes a little time, and then if they get close enough and they still have any health left, we'll wail away on them. So let's equip that, and we're going to head off in this direction to do this. So, and as you'll notice, as I level up, different aspects of the game or different user interface options will start to show up down here, which is really kind of funny that they're not there right now. But one thing I do want to show you is this right here, the turn system. You can receive a random box by clicking on it, receive 1 turn every hour, maximum of 12. So the cool thing about this is a great way for if you actually play the game and you stay in the game. We're going to go ahead and use 1 turn, go in here, we got a little supply box level 1. So we can open this, and it's kind of one of the mystery box type of thing. And I actually did get a little item. It's not good until level 10, but I'm almost there. I'm already level 6, so that's pretty cool. But it's a great way to get, you know, I've gotten a bunch of gear. I was playing with a bunch of different people last night. We were sharing gear that we were getting as we were doing those. So it's really kind of a neat little system that they have. So basically, the longer you stay in the game, the more of those you're going to get. Now I'm getting more hamburgers than I know what to do with right now. So the culinary arts, yep. So thirsty and the culinary arts. So we need to go get a bottle of mineral water, defeat some wild buggers, defeat some boars, collect boar meat, and defeat the furious boar. So first things first, let's go over here and get the mineral water from this little geyser. It's right down here. That's another thing that I always like is, you know, sometimes you get into these games and all they ever have are the typical go kill this many, go pick up this many. I always like when there's little quests that differentiate the game from other quests by having, you know, just a little something like this every once in a while. Break up the monotony so you can take off, go collect this this water from the geyser. Those waterfalls look pretty cool, I do have to say. Let's do a little flip up onto the rock. Pretty cool. Let's see what else we've got here. So you or I will bring up our inventory. You can see we've got our different stuff in there, which you've already seen before. Y will bring up your achievements. So you can see here, achieve level 20. I haven't achieved level 20, so I don't know why I actually have that. Problem solver. Normal quest, 11 of 100. Daily quest, 0 of 100. Repeatable, 0 of 100. Monsters, so hunt first monster. So, and then it shows you your progress, which is really cool. I always like when you get to see, when they've got loads and loads of achievements. I think achievements are a great way to keep people kind of occupied with different things than just the typical leveling and grinding away. So, alright, time to go take out this Furious Boar. Let's see what else we can get ourselves into. They've got a full help menu, so this is another thing that can come in really handy. So you can go through this. I mean, they've got stuff for everything. Break it down. And later on, you know, when the PvP gets really into play, I mean, the gunners have all kinds of stuff like artillery and stuff like that. So, I mean, there's really a lot of different things that really come into play later on. So, alright, we're going to see if we can take this guy out. He's got some decent hit points, so we're going to go ahead and throw that out at him. Cast our little wind spear. And there we go. We took him down. So, accept this quest from him. If you notice, when I first attacked him, he had a little exclamation point. If you didn't notice that, go ahead and go ahead and rewind the video. You'll be able to see it. It's there. So basically, if you see a monster that is out in the wild like this, it's basically like an elite style monster, and you will get a quest for them once you take them down. So now I can go turn in that quest, and I will actually get a better weapon than what I'm using right now, which will actually help me to start doing more damage. So it's probably going to be advantageous for me to do that, and I believe he's back here. Yeah, he is. So we're going to cruise back this way and find him. Now, K brings up your skills. Now, the skills, you're going to pick some of your skills, and you notice you've got skills that are dependent upon a certain type of gear. Like right now I have a wand, and when I turn this in, I'm going to have the choice to pick a wand or a staff. I want to stay wand or staff, and you can see there's skills based upon what weapon you're using. Now later on, you're going to be able to switch back and forth between those pretty easily, and you're also going to only get certain skills as you level up, and then you're going to have to either find skill books to be able to get those skills, or you're going to have to buy those skill books. It comes in. It comes pretty easy. You can find those skill books pretty much anywhere, and you're just going to be able to buy them. So we can either buy this staff, which is an attack 97, or we can buy this wand, which is an attack 71. So, what do we want to do? But the attack speed is much, much faster. We're going to go with attack speed for now, and go ahead and equip this wand. And there we go. We've got our nice new wand attached to our hip as we're heading out. I always like when they make females, because females always go out in some sort of heeled shoes. Who's going to be adventuring in heeled shoes? All I ever hear from women is how uncomfortable heeled shoes are, so I don't understand why they would actually run around and adventure in heeled shoes. But whatever. I guess maybe because they just want your character's butt to pop, which is supposedly what heeled shoes are supposed to do. So I got accepted into a party. No, I don't want to join your party. I am running into a little bit of lag, but that's not because of the game. That is because of fraps. Hopefully it will straighten itself out here in a second. And I don't know why I'm still moving around. I may have to actually pause this video because it looks like I'm freaking out. So let's see what we've got going on here. I'm going to pause and I will be right back. Oh, wait, maybe it straightened itself out there. Come on. There we go. Maybe, maybe not. Let's see. There we go. It looks like, who knows what happened. My cursor disappeared. All kinds of stuff was going on. Lately, Fraps has been really acting up on me. I don't know what's going on. They did an update, and it seems like, you know, sometimes when they do an update, it seems like they, you know, with anything, it seems like sometimes more things get broken than they actually get fixed. So, but whatever. Time to take out a bunch of buggers. Keep leveling up. I want to keep taking these guys out so I can keep leveling up. And the other thing too is you can kind of get rid of this, you know, this wand. I'm gonna get rid of this wand attack. If you notice, I'm gonna take and start attacking stuff, and if I don't take them down right away, then I will see. Like I'll use my wind spear. Let's see if he did go down. So we're gonna actually use this next monster as an experiment. So there we go. We'll attack him like that. But if you notice, my auto attack automatically initiates. So I don't really have to have that auto attack button in there. Most games don't. You don't have to have it. They just kind of have it there in case you want it. So we're just gonna go ahead. We need. Let's see. We need 3 more boar meat. We need to kill 2 more buggers, and we need to. What do we need to do? What else? We need to defeat 2 more boars. That shouldn't take too long. Basically, right now it looks like I can actually use my my 2 instant cast attacks, or just my normal attack. Let's get a little closer, take him out. There we go. We need more boars. Yeah, we need more boar meat. Come on. There we go. Give me some boar meat. There's 1. There's 2. So we've got all our boar meat. We just need to defeat 1 more wild bugger. We'll get him on our way back. Looks like we got a quest here. So read about skill points, the dock commander. Alright, we'll accept that. Nope, let's pick up this junk here. Cruise back this way, turn in our quest. We can see on the map all the little highlights. But you can see these guys are already starting to show up, because these are all the quests that I basically have left to do. We can also look at the world map here, and you can see right now we're out here on Delos. Well, that's actually the server one. I'm sorry. Delos is the server one. We're down here in the Lost Island. When we get done, we'll head off to the city of Delos, and our first kind of area will be in the plains of Ida, where there will be the first instance. And it is cool because you can go into the instances riding your mount and rolling through there if you want to do that. I think it's funny that this guy Nuggets is sitting here. All he's wearing is a cape. Basically, he almost looks like he's a GM, but with his little Sevencore cape. Pretty funny name though, Nuggets. So let's close that out. Now we can also go to the food store there and see what you've got, basically. But I don't need any more burgers. Maybe I pick up some more cola, but no thanks. I'm not going to do that. So let's go back there. Let's go to here. Now, one thing that I did find kind of interesting is when you want to sell something. So let's go to the food store. Let's actually sell something. So I'm going to sell this rusty wand because I don't need it anymore. I actually have to decide how many I want to sell. I only have 1, so why not just sell it? So same thing with this, but I'm not going to sell that because I'm going to use that here on 1 level. In actually like half a level. I've almost gotten to the point where, there we go, let's turn this into the drill instructor, and we get a bunch more, and we're going to accept that, and off we go on our first mount. Sweet. We got our first little boar mount, and as you can see, we're moving much faster. We can jump off them if we want, but you see all my skills are gone while I'm mounted, so when you do get your first mount, you're going to have to train them up. You're going to have to teach them their skills and all that stuff, and then they'll slowly get their skills that they'll be able to use while you're running around. And also, you're going to have a loyalty. So you're going to have to feed them, you have to keep them fed, you have to keep them happy. So if you don't do that, they will get pissed off at you and they won't fight for you, or they won't let you ride them. So it is a little bit of a system that you have to pay attention to, and you have to take care of your pet. You can't just neglect them. You have to play nice with them. So here we go. Let's pick up all these quests right here. Basically, we're going to get a bunch of parts, and we're going to kill a bunch of raptors. Let's turn this one in. But it's cool to see, you see a bunch of players running around and playing the game. Always a nice thing to see is when you see a decent amount of players running around. When I was in the town last night, there was a pretty decent amount. The auction house was pretty full of stuff. It's not, it's not packed yet, but, people are still learning. The game is still technically an open beta, but I am doing this review because simply the cash shop is open. So there will be no further wipes. So in my opinion, the game is launched, even though it's technically not launched. But, I think a lot of companies leave these games in open beta or whatever almost indefinitely, so then they can say, well, we're constantly working on it. So instead of doing a bunch of updates all the time, and admitting that maybe we still got stuff to do with the game, they'll just go ahead and leave it in open beta, and then they can take and they can do whatever they want. But that's fine. I don't really care about that. As long as the functionality of it works for the most part, I don't mind if you still have a few bugs here or there that you need to work out. All right, let's take him out. How many more raptors do we need? We need 6 more raptors. Take him down, and we need 1 more of the broken parts. Which there's 1 right here, so we'll go ahead and grab that. Grab that broken part. We need 2 more raptor's hide for the leather worker guy. There we go. Get your butt down. We don't need to deal with you anymore. Let's get this one. Throw our little dot on him. Oh yeah, and about the skills. One other thing with the skills is as you do learn these skills, you can notice there's 0 of 5. I actually have a skill point right now, so I'm going to actually level up my wind spear so it will do more damage. So you can see that went and did a bunch more damage, and it went up a little bit in mana cost as well. You can see the next level is available at level 13, so I can apply or I can roll back if I want to hold off on doing that. You can also see here I got it at level 3. The next one is at level 14. Elemental Totem, that's kind of at its top. The Wand Attack is at its top. Piercing Winds, level 5. Next one is at level 11. So, and there we go. We've learned the skill Wind Spear, even though I already learned it. But hey, whatever. So we're going to go ahead and accept that. Look at this. Skill points can be earned after you reach level 10. You can spend the skill points by doing exactly what I just did. So you don't really need it to tell you because I already told you. But you can also bust through this stuff a lot faster just by watching the video, and basically I will run the tutorial for you and you will know exactly what to do when you get into the game. So I don't have all my hides yet, so let's see, are we going to get the last hide here? Nope. Let's take this guy out over here. I thought I had all of these parts that I needed, but for whatever reason it looks like it's letting me pick up another one. No, it's not. So we're going to go ahead and let's just wail on this raptor, take him out, pick up all that stuff. I will probably, I have to be honest with you guys, like, as far as, you know, it's very rarely that a game really, like, catches my interest, but Sevencore has definitely caught my interest. You know, I wouldn't call myself a WoW fanboy, but I definitely have played my fair share of WoW, and I do like the graphical style of WoW, and Sevencore seems to have kind of caught a little bit of that same graphical style. It also, in my personal opinion, seems to play a little bit easier and have a little bit better flow, I guess you'd say, than G Potato's other game, Aladd's Online, which is very similar. So from that standpoint, I would honestly have to say that I will probably continue to play this game. So I'll probably do an update again later on. You know, I did do a GM walkthrough where you got to see a lot of the mounts and stuff like that. It's kind of why I wasn't afraid to run through this this lower level area. I mean, I very easily could have jumped on my other character and shown you guys a little bit deeper into the game when I did this review. But you guys kind of already got a little glimpse of that when I did that GM walkthrough. So, but I will probably do another update later on as far as you know, where the game goes and some of the kind of the I guess you'd almost call them the mid-range instances. So you guys can see some of that stuff as well. So let's go ahead and dump a bunch of this stuff. The nice thing is you don't have to actually hit confirm. You can just hit enter, and that will do the same thing. So we're going to get rid of a bunch of stuff here. That, we actually want to equip that. We're going to get rid of this, and we're going to get rid of that, and we want to equip that as well. So we'll do this, and this, and this, and that, and this, and that, and then that. And there we go. Now we are ready to go. So what is our, collect mutant raptor claw. So I want to take you guys up there real quick where we're going to get a mutant raptor claw, a mutant raptor egg, and then find the navigation controls. But the navigation controls are actually over here somewhere if I remember correctly. They're somewhere else. They're not up here. So this guy's rolling around on his raptor and trying to fight. Let's see if we can help him out here. There we go. Give him a little help. We're gonna have to take the. Let's see. He'll be nice and he'll actually give me a hand with one of these mutant raptors. Because not only do you get the mutant raptor, but you also get his little baby raptor buddy. And now one thing that you will notice, and some people have complained, is right now there's actually no healer class. So now you don't have the healer class, but you do have you do have this auto potion system, which is essentially the burgers and the cola. So even though you don't have, where's the egg? Oh, it's over here, man. Of course I attacked the wrong one. I did get his claw. Let's see if I can sneak in here and get the egg before he attacks me. So your healing is essentially done by your burgers and your cola essentially. So you're not going to have an actual healer healing you all the time. So you want to pay attention to that. Make sure you get the most updated one. And as far as I know, if I remember correctly from what the GMs were telling me, there are pets that will actually heal you. And there's also pets that you can use as tanks. So you can get like a turtle pet that will essentially work as like a tank. You can send him into battle. He'll take the brunt of all the damage while you're just kind of sitting back, just bombarding from a distance. Or if you are a warrior class, You know, there's the warrior, the gunner, and then the mage. That you can just go ahead and use that as a preliminary tank for yourself. So you send him in, he's the preliminary tank, and then later on you take and cruise in yourself. So we got this, put on this belt, we put on the shoes, and we need to talk to this guy, riding to victory. So alright. So we're on our raptor, defeat the baby maggots. Now, the reason that I wanted to continue this and go a little bit further than normal is I want to show you guys right here. They're giving you kind of an insight into, okay, now you're riding around a mount, this little raptor. You've got a couple of skills here, this leap and this tail attack. And so we're going to be able to go up here and essentially take out a couple of different, they want us to take out how many? 5 maggots and 50 baby maggots. But you'll see, because this raptor actually has I believe it's the tail attack. Instant cast, yeah, range 6 meters. So we're going to be able to take out a bunch of these guys all at once. So we're going to cruise in here. Let's target this maggot right here. And basically completely miss. And there we go. So we took out all the baby maggots in one fell swoop. So let's wait until everything recharges. We'll jump up in the air, come down, get them all pissed off, and our raptor will eventually start attacking, I think. There we go. Take out the maggot. Ah, there's a silly baby maggot that survived. There we go. Take him out. So let's get this down here. There we go. Now that time we got them all. And of course, we're getting a little bit of we're getting some nice experience as well as some gold. Now you can do that. You can jump off the raptor if you don't want to do this kind of with him. But I kind of like the fact that I'm doing it with him, so we're going to take all these guys out with the raptor. Now you also may notice that here, underneath here, I've got a little yellow bar. And right now it's actually taken, let's see if I could bring it up under K. No. Basically it's called like a fury skill. So essentially what that does is that will allow you to, you save up that fury and you get that every time you're attacked. It'll slowly build up, and then you're able to use that fury in big fights, you know, whether it be boss fights or, you know, you kind of want to save it for that type of stuff, like, you know, boss fights or things of that nature. And what that'll do is allow you to do massive quantities of damage all at one time. And, where's this? God, these things hide. Massive quantities of damage all at one time, and also be able to take out some of those, you know, like we talked about, some of those named monsters that are sitting there. And what did we get? We got a new achievement there, but I don't know what it's for. Basically, it'll allow you to take out massive quantities of monsters. Like my warrior, his is this spin attack and stuff like that, which is it's pretty cool. So having that available to you and using it at the right time can be very advantageous. So you want to pay attention to when that comes up and when you have it, what you're about to fight, if you've got a little boss monster that is coming up soon, maybe for a quest or things of that nature. So all right, let's take these guys out, and we are out of here. There we go. So we are done. The navigation controls, now they are over here somewhere. There we go. Navigation controls, let's pick these up, and then we can head back to town. And we can actually use this. Cannot be used while mounted. Alright, well, that's no problem. We're going to get off the mount, and back we'll go. We got our navigation device. And obviously, it's not that far, but hey, you know what? I want to get there much faster. Hopefully it doesn't take me all the way back to the training camp. Which it did. Son of a bitch. I thought about that after, like, right at the very last second. Of course, I thought of it right then. So we got some shoes there. But instead, we have to run basically the same amount of distance. We're going to cut the corner here. We have to run the same amount of distance back to the expedition post. It was actually shorter. It would have taken me less time because of all the time to cast that. Plus, I used one of my little Jade of Returns. That pisses me off. I hate it when I do stuff like that. Just silly stuff. But how are you ever going to learn? here's another thing you want to pay attention to. As you level up, you're going to get these different rewards. So let's go ahead and open this up. And there we go. Level 10 reward box. Let's receive this. Now, one thing that's really interesting about this, let's go ahead and close that out. And we can open this one as well. And for leveling up, a level 11 reward box. And I'll be able to show you. Perfect. So let's close this out. You're going to get these in all these different levels right here. Now let's go to the inventory. Here's our level 11 box. Here's our level 10 box. So level 10 reward box. Required level 11. Well, why call it a level 11 box if it requires level 11? That makes no sense. So let's go ahead and complete those. We'll go ahead and do that. Talk to the expedition leader. Riding to victory. Yep. All right. Let's accept this. I was going to help him get rid of that raptor. Instead, we're going to talk to Unveiling the Spies. This is another cool thing. Like I was telling you, they do have a lot of different quest types. So I'll show you this Unveiling the Spies in a second. But you can see here, I wanted to show you, here's some of the refining materials. You're going to be able to refine different items. You also have a socket mallet that's going to allow you to open up sockets on your different items and different gear that you get. So you're going to be able to socket those items with different gems. They're going to bonus them up. So that's always, I always like games that have that type of stuff. So where the hell are our bats? There we go. There's our bats. So we need the screeching bat so we can find the spy so we can kill him. And then we're going to get past here, and we should be pretty. We're almost to the end of this little island adventure, and we can head off to the town of, or the city of Delos. There we go. Yeah, bring him out. Bring the spy out. Where is he? There he is. Shooting his gun from behind a shield. That don't matter. Magic goes through a shield. I want to know how he was hiding with that gigantic shield, making that shield invisible. Cheater. But you can see, as you saw when I was talking about this before, it's at 53. And here's my actual skill, my elemental totem. Summons an elemental totem which cycles through all of the elements, dealing large amounts of area effect damage every 10 seconds to opponents within 10 meters of the elemental totem. So you could drop that in an area with a ton of monsters and just let that thing just go to town, which is pretty much how you want to use it. Or if you just, like I said, if you have a boss monster or whatever that you need to take out, drop that totem down, and that'll obviously do a bunch of elemental damage to all the monsters. So let's go ahead and turn this progress report in. Yep, the assault. Let's get out here. Get this, and you can see you do get a lot of kind of the resource items. Whether it be these revival stones or the hamburgers or whatever. You get a lot of those throughout your gameplay here. And you see, this is what I was talking about earlier. So later, as soon as I finish this quest, I'm going to be able to choose from one of these two skills. And you see, one is a wand, one is a staff. So now if I choose this one, I can buy this one later on and get a skill book for it. But I'm not going to get it right away. I kind of gotta make that choice. But you can eventually get it, so it's not really that big of a deal. Let's take this guy out for this little gunner, the gunner pillow who's running around. And then we want to, we're not ready to pick up these parts yet. But we need to go over here, administer the pain relief, and get these soldiers up and running. But like I said, this is what I was talking about. It's not your typical just always the same old quests. So we're going to go and get a bunch of these wounded guardians up. We've got a few more to go. There we go. And let's go ahead and get this. And close that out. Complete. Accept. And now we can pick up these little parts here. So pick up this. Hopefully this guy doesn't attack me. Oh, well. Ty made sure he didn't. Wounded guard. We need one more of these guys. There we go. And that quest is complete. Now we need a few of these guys. And of course, it's always nice that the soldiers run around here that I am helping get up off the ground are helping me out. I do like the fact that I don't really have to pay attention to all these different guys who may pay attention to somebody who may or may not heal me. I like the fact that I have noticed that a lot of games have gone to these these auto potion systems. It's just one of those things. I think it just makes a lot of sense. It makes it really easy. It also gets players engaged in things such as the crafting aspect, you know, cooking and stuff like that as well. So let's pick up this stuff. How many more do we need? So we got that. We need these 3 components right here, and we'll be done with that. And I think that'll pretty much put us all finished and off of this island. And then I'll at least be able to show you guys the town of Delos, not Delos, Delos before I take off. There we go. And then we can fix the automated defense system. There you go. Reactivate. And we're going to get some colas because we're low on those. And accept. We're going to head back this way. Now, if you may have noticed that it also had a, let's see, what's teleport do? Instantly jump 12 meters in the direction you're facing. Oh, that's a good one. That's good for escaping. If I need to get away, just instantly jump 12 meters forward. I always like skills like that, especially when you're a mage and you're totally kind of useless or helpless. Not useless, helpless at times. So we got this Infernal Disc, burns your target. So we could drop 2 dots on them. Then we'll do this. Then we'll do that, and then we'll have our teleport there for when we need it. So there we go. Let's do that. Turn that in. Speak with Captain Ruggo. Deliver the auto flyer parts. Man, did I miss something? No, I think all of these are here. So they're runway secure. Yes. Oh man. Select your reward. Alright, so you can also get these mana cells, which actually allow you to do more damage. But I'm going to get some more cola, because I need those. We need to go back and kill more of these soldiers, because maybe I wasn't high enough level. So we'll kill these guys. I should be able to take out these 7 soldiers pretty easy, and I'm going to do it in kind of a cheap way. Let's... dropping just dots on them. Nope, I'm going to die. There's that teleport I needed. Did that soldier help take care of those guys? Nope, but I leveled up. There we go. So, maybe 3 of them was a little more than I could handle. So it looks like I can get a few of these guys all going with dots, but the dots won't finish them off. So we're gonna go ahead and use the more classic methods, should I say. So I need 2 more of these guys to take out. There we go. Get him with the wind spear and he should go down. There we go. Pick up all his goodies. There. And we beat the timer. Alright, so teleport forward. Oh, looks like my teleport broke right there. That didn't work out the way that I wanted to. It looks like the teleport system is a little funky. So, G-Potato, if you're watching this, your teleport system is a little bit broken. So, whatever. It's fine. I just wanted to go ahead and do that. And there we go. We get a nice little one. That's a nice little upgrade right there. So let's go ahead and equip that. There we go. And it looks like we're getting some vanilla colas now, which are much more powerful. And then soon we'll start getting some different burgers. So System Online, complete your training and speak with the air traffic controller. So let's accept. I have completed my training. System Online, let's pick up these colas. Hit accept. And off we go. And there we go on our little helicopter. This is where I was talking about. You kind of see it's, definitely has some sci-fi stuff to it. I'm going to skip because I want to show you guys just get over there real quick, show you guys Delos real quick, and then call it. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed today's trip inside the den. Do not forget to subscribe and keep yourself updated as each new episode is released. Do not forget to comment and like on these, as we really do appreciate that. If you'd like to play or learn more about Sevencore, you can head on over to MMODen.com or just click the link in the description. So there we go. We are in Delos. We're going to turn in a bunch of quests. We get some awesome music that may or may not be drowning me out, so I'm going to kind of talk a little louder. But you can see we bring up the map. Got all kinds of different stuff. We're going to go here, get a quick reward. We'll go here, we get a guided tour of everything that's going on. Militia Barracks is basically where all the trainers are, and you're going to be able to start learning all your crafting and stuff like that here. So definitely something to check out. I give Sevencore a thumbs up as far as something to check out if you like fantasy MMORPGs and especially free ones. Till next time, thanks.